Welcome students, this is video 8 in our countdown to the STAR test. We're going to talk about systems of equations today. We talked about this back in the 4th and 5th 6 weeks. We learned how to write systems of equations, we learned how to solve system of equations, and then the most challenging ones were where you had to write and solve a system of equations. We learned a lot of different techniques. The video today is going to focus on doing these in the graphing calculator and the steps that you need to do to get it done in that manner, just because there's too many other different ways for us to talk about that we need to narrow our focus down to just one. Alright, so the solutions, well, first of all, a system of equations is just two or more equations. Okay, so anytime you end up with two or more equations, and for us it's typically two equations in Algebra 1, anytime you have two or more lines, then you have the potential for those lines to cross each other. And where they cross each other, this would be the answer to the system of equations. And that's going to be an x and a y. Okay? So this has one solution because they cross each other one time. Okay? There's also the chance that you graph the lines and the lines are parallel to each other. That means they have the same slope. So for instance, like y equals 4x plus 2 and y equals 4x minus 1. Because this 4 is out in front of here, these lines are going to be parallel. And if the answer is where they cross like that, then these have no solutions. They do not touch each other. Okay? Not to be confused with a picture like this, where it just looks like they don't touch each other, but we know if we were to continue the line on out, then they are going to hit each other. So this is still one solution. So be careful, because a couple of years ago they tried to trick people on a STAR test with a picture like that. It just showed them not hitting on the screen, but you could clearly tell they were going to hit each other. The final option is we graph in our calculator and we see this line, and then right on top of that line we have the same line. And this is said to be infinite solutions. And that just means that everything is a solution on here. And if that were the case, then when you typed one in, it'd be y equals 2x plus 2, and the other one would also be the exact same slope, exact same y-intercept. Okay? So if you have same slope only, they're going to be parallel. The same slope and same y-intercept, they're going to be infinite solutions. As far as writing systems of equations, if you were given a paragraph, and let's say that Mr. Ashcraft bakes 210 cookies and brownies. He is going to sell the cookies for 25 cents each, and the brownies for 35 cents each. And then we're just asked to write a system. Alright. So the first sentence gives us our first equation. This is called a total statement. Anytime you have a total of all of the things that you're adding together, then you can create a total equation. So I'm going to call my cookies x and my brownies y, and I get to pick those because I'm in charge of this problem. So it really won't matter which one you call which in the solving of it. You just need to know that whichever one you call x, that's what your x answer is. So for our total statement, total you get by adding. So we're going to add our cookies plus our brownies, and that equals 210. Our second equation comes from, we'd need one more piece of information in here. He's going to sell the cookies for $25 each and the brownies for $35 each, and make $40. Okay, so we'd need that other total. So now we're going to put all the money together. And so in that equation, we're going to have the 0.25 is going to be in here, the 0.35 is going to be in here, and then we're equaling $40. We know we're going to add them up because we're adding our money up. It's 25 cents each for a cookie, which was x, and 35 cents for a brownie. So this would be our two equations for this system of equations. Now, if we were going to solve that, my plan would be to do it in the graphing calculator. So I'll forward onto the next screen here and show you how to solve those. If we had x plus y equal 210, and then 0.25x plus 0.35y equals 40 as our two equations, then we have to solve these for y. And so our process for solving for y, I like to get numbers in front of there. A box, I draw my line down, I'm going to minus 1x from both sides. That cancels out, I bring down my 1y. I'm going to put this in mx plus b form, so negative 1x plus 210. And since this is 1y, this is already solved for. So that's my first equation. My second one, I'm going to box that, draw my line down, minus 0.25x from both sides. Running out of room over there. 0.35y equals, I'm going to put it in mx plus b form, so negative 0.25x plus 40. And I'm going to divide everything by 0.35, 0.35, 0.35. So that cancels. I get y equals. I go to my graphing calculator and I do 0.25 divided by 0.35, and I just go ahead and push math 1 enter, and it tells me that is 5/7 x, and then I'm going to do 40 divided by 0.35 math 1 enter, and that is plus 800 over 7, and it is a mess, but it's okay because we're going to let the calculator do it for us. So then you go to y equals on your calculator, and for y1 you put that one, for y2 you put that one. So in my calculator I'm typing in negative 1x plus 210. This has the potential to happen off of the screen just because the numbers are sort of large, so I'm going to go ahead and type it in and let you know what it looks like. So I got them both typed in. I hit graph. Okay, and so my graph is blank after the first one. So to zoom out, I did zoom 3 enter to try to get a better picture of it. So zoom 3 enter. Didn't work, so I did zoom 3 enter again. Now I'm starting to get a little bit better of a picture. So after that time, if this were my calculator screen, I get a picture that looks like this. And so I can clearly tell that these guys hit each other right there. When I see this intersection, then I hit second, trace, 5, and then I do enter 3 times in a row. So second, trace, 5, 1, 2, 3. And what I find out is that x equals 55.83 repeating, and y equals 154.16 repeating. Okay. Now because this is number of brownies, I would have to round these to 56 brownies, or 56 cookies, and 154 cookies. Alright. Alright. So the main thing that you need to do when you're solving your systems of equations is solve for y, and then into y equals, and then we're going to hit graph. And when you hit graph, you're looking to see, do they have one solution, do they have no solutions, or are they on top of each other and have infinite solutions? If they have one solution like this, then we come down and we do second, trace, 5, and then we do enter 3 times in a row. Okay. Alright, that's the end.